Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now it's real time, sponsored by the Mill Casino.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that Chevy Silverado tech tip helps out. It's just a super simple way that you can change things up and hopefully be more successful when you do so. And when you do, take those photos and send them into our Fox 12 app so we can show you off every Saturday and Sunday morning at the beginning of the shows. Okay, let's check in with Tony Amato from Salmon, Trout, Steelheader magazine. He's down on the Umpqua chasing some fish around in a derby. First things first, it's great to see you, Tony. Secondly, where are you at? What are you doing and why are you down there?
So we're down here for the Umpqua Fishery Enhancement Derby. Yesterday we fished the middle Umpqua, but today we're on the north, mostly because the middle was in better shape. Today the north, well, it's been coming up. Obviously it was really low just 3 days ago, but today it's on the rise. But, you know, we're involved in the derby and we're having a good time. Kind of rained on us a little bit. I think I brought the rain with me, and I'm going to bring the snow with me on the way back home, it sounds like. But I'm here with Dave Hazen. He's a guide friend. And back here we got Chris Hargate. And we're having a good time. We were at the banquet last night. They auctioned off a Willie drift boat for $35,000 last night.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Wow.
What do all those funds go to? I mean, it's obviously a fundraiser.
Well,
what's it all go to?
Well, the enhancement, they donate for fishery, enhancement. They bought equipment for the Rock Creek hatchery in the past. They do just a lot of projects for the fishery down here. And they raise money for that. And they've been having the derby, I think, for like 30-some years now.
Wow.
And 33 years. And they have a kids' day. That was on Thursday morning, where they bring a bunch of, I think, 5th or 6th graders out in 2 school buses. And they get to come out, go out in some drift boats. And then the fish and game, they bring out a truck and dump a bunch of trout right into this small lake not too far from here. And the kids get to jump in the drift boats and fish for the trout. And then they go on a jet boat ride. Then these guys don't hold back. We're talking, woo, you know, water everywhere, people getting wet, kids screaming. It's pretty fun. I jumped in the boat myself and haven't done that for a while. But you can't do that with a prop propeller on the back, I can tell you that much.
No, and typically when we're out in boats like what we own, Tony, we don't want to do that. No, we don't want to do that. Well, while we've been talking, we've seen 2 or 3 drift boats go by you. You're sitting in the drift boat now. Looks like you guys are on anchor. How's everybody fishing in this tournament? Are there different ways that everybody likes to go after it?
Yeah, so today we were running like 2 beads side by side, a couple like 16 millimeters. We got eggs, yarnies. Sometimes we'll run an egg yarny and a bead, you know, like a double rig. You know, the water's high. We're fishing the edges. And, you know, it's tough. You know, you just got to beat up on it. And obviously, you know, this is a long drift and you just, you know, just super long side drifting stretches pretty much. This is Steelhead Alley. I'm sure most people are familiar with it. But, no, it's been fun, and it's fun to be involved, you know, with the derby and get outside. And yesterday we were pretty wet, I gotta say. But hey, you need the rain. Everybody needed the rain, right?
Oh,
and
man,
the whole state. And it looks like Northern California got pounded pretty good. At least that's what it looked like on my little radar screen. But I know Chris has been doing the derby for about 7 years, right? Yeah, 7 years or so, and. His son Gabe's also involved with it, and really, you know, the whole community down there were 750 people last night at the dinner.
Wow!
I mean, I was saying, you know, you can't even get that many to get people together in Portland. It seems like, you know, so it's kind of neat to see so much involvement at the local level, and you know, being on your show today. You know, we can share that with everybody else, you know, in the rest of the state. And so it's kind of nice to see that. And we went up to the hatchery on Thursday, and they're kind of sort of operating, you know, at a low capacity at the moment. obviously the summer steelhead thing is an issue still, and if you live down here, this is in their backyard. The hatchery, the fishing, and as you get away, maybe it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. But hopefully, that can get funded somehow.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah.
It seems to be a significant challenge. Common sense has avoided a lot of people for a long time. Hopefully that'll come back around these days. We can only cross our fingers that well, I'm going to shut up now because I was about to get myself in trouble. Okay, so you guys are...
It's all good. It's all working together,
Yeah, there's not a lot of work together, Tony. You know that. So, again, I don't want to get in trouble here. So you guys are free drifting mostly. So I would assume that it's very standard bobber dogging techniques or free drifting techniques that we would use anywhere throughout the state. But every region seems to be a little bit different. Is it any different down there on the Umpqua than, say, what you might do on the river in your backyard when you're free drifting? Or is it all pretty much the same way that you're going to go after, just a different river?
It's pretty much the same. The drifts are just super long, which is nice. You throw out and just you can go for, I don't know, blocks and blocks. Like behind me, I don't know if you guys can see up the river here, but literally from here, I don't know, half a mile upstream, this is all fishy. And of course, we're throwing really close to the edge right now because a lot of times when the water's up, the steelhead are right tight to the bank. But I don't know, Chris we've been using slinkies, mostly, but Chris kind of developed some, I don't know if you guys know what the heat shrink tubing is, for electrical wire.
Sure.
So he's been loading his weights into that and then hit it with the lighter, right? And it shrinks around the weights. And then you can pinch the ends down, with the, hot iron, I guess. Or here. Actually, there's one I got one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, yeah. He's making a hard, we call that a hard slinky. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, it seems to work pretty good. But, we're changing it up. It's always nice to try, different things. And Chris is pretty good at that. And like I say, Dave, I'm in the boat with two guys. So I just kind of like... just keep my mouth shut, and then they get to argue back and forth. Yeah.
Well, you never want to guide the guide. Usually, that'll just make sure that you're never back again. So, what are your hopes for? What are your hopes for today? And we're going to get back to talking a little bit about the Derby here in a second, everyone. But for today, though, obviously you got plenty of time between now and the time you got to get off the water. Is it just you're going to strictly free drift? Is there any time that you might do any back trolling or change things up, or is it just?
We're doing some bobber dogging too.
Gotcha.
With the eggs and beads, just changing it up a little bit. Personally, my own personal feeling is eggs and a lot of weight on the bottom, close to the bank. But I don't talk about it because I'm with two guides.
Yeah, right.
So.
How's the fishing been up to this point? Now that it's the 1st of February, how was January for the Umpqua?
Before we got that cold snap, they were catching a lot of fish. I think I just sent you a picture of the fish window, the Umpqua fish window. They have a live cam. And just today, fish started moving through again. I mean, literally, it just stopped. I mean, it was 28 degrees here in the morning, just a couple days ago, and that cold for a week. So the fish just stopped. But they're starting to move again. But, now the water's high and temperatures come up and, barometer change, all that kind of fun stuff. But it's about the Derby, But actually, yesterday, there was one boat that got 4 fish, I think. Another boat got, like, I don't know, six or 7.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're around. It's just been tough conditions, just like everywhere else, though, so.
Well, so for all of you out there that might be watching, if you live down south, and there's certainly a lot of you watching down there, up north or even on the east side, this is a great way that you can help the Umpqua River, their fisheries in the long run, and hopefully draw some common sense into the zone and get some more fish produced out there. But it's certainly a great opportunity to have some fun and do some good at the same time. Tony, thanks for checking in with us this morning. We appreciate it. Good luck, and get yourself a fish or two into that Derby.
Oh, we will. We're fishing hard. I got two of the best guides in Oregon right here.
Well, get off the anchor and actually start fishing. Again.
Oh, no, we will. We got a ways to go. We got to start scooting.
Very good. Tony, thanks, man. We appreciate you sharing a little bit of live info for us here on the show. We appreciate it. And thanks for your guests for getting you out there on the water. Take care. Be safe, okay? Safe travels home. Safe travels home.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to get out of here before anything bad happens.
It could happen. You never know. Tony, thanks, man. All right, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the deal of the week from Fisherman's Marine and wrap everything up and give you an idea what we got going on for tomorrow because we are busy yet again. We'll be back in just a minute.